Welcome to the Hood Rat to Harvard podcast. I am your host, Chandrika Simmons, also known as the Law Chick, also known as Hood Rat to Harvard. This is season 5, episode 10, the last episode for season 5. Baby, it was a struggle. Welcome to all you players and playerettes. How are you? Who wanna get in my brain? Who wanna learn some things? Who wanna get in my brain? Who wanna learn some things? All right, so today I figured I'd come on here and talk shit. Cause why not? At this point in my life, what else can we do? It's doomsday around this bitch. I think we as the blacks in America have stood down and stood our ground and not involved ourselves in the shenanigans of the ways of these people. But this shit about to hit home for real. It's about to hit home for real. There's about to be some changes in this mug. Somebody sent me a video of the cargo ships in China not leaving the water. That they're still sitting over there. You can go view it on Vessel Trader. And they showed me the video of the California port. And it ain't busy. It's the busiest port we got. And it ain't busy. So, there's a lot of things happening. I went and stocked up on my toilet paper and my tissue for my office. My paper towels for my office. My husband already stocked up on legumes and all the things in the basement, and we got water. It's just, oh my goodness, just a lot. Just a lot. For no reason a lot other than racism. I'm tired, bro. Racism is so tired. Here's what I learned though. Oh, let me get my stuff so you can see what I learned. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. What I learned at my trainings over the weekend, baby. Share. Where's my stuff? There you go. So, over the weekend, I had a few events. And one of those were, so I am a member of several bar associations. That's BAR. As a lawyer, we call them bar associations. So I'm a member of several of them. Well, 2 of them had events over the weekend. The Women Lawyers Association of Michigan, that's the majority white Wahite women. And then the Wolverine Bar Association, which is like the largest black bar association, is out of Wayne County, which is where Detroit is. And so they had the Barristers Ball this weekend as well, and basically the lawyer prom. I had a good time. I bought a table. My table was full. One of my guests got sick with strep throat, so he couldn't attend. But everybody else showed up. So had a full table. Got a room at the Godfrey. It's a new hotel downtown. Very expensive. I didn't know it was very expensive. I'm a Hilton Honors member, so I just paid for it with my points. But come to find out it was an expensive hotel. Well, I didn't know that. So, but it was nice. Could have been better, but it was nice. Kay, Lex, Stacy. So at the Women's Lawyers Association, so here's the story. So I got sick Friday. I had a chest pain the night before at midnight that I could not shake. And so it just kept getting progressively worse. It's like it just had a grip on my heart. It just would not let go. And anytime I move left, right, or anywhere, it just would not let go of my heart. So I went and to the emergency room because it was getting dark, baby. I thought I was about to check out. You hear me? It stressed me so much. I still got the stress pimples. Anyway, so they discharged me and referred me to cardiology. So I got to follow up with my cardiologist. Shan has a podcast. Shan has a podcast. Shan had a lot of podcasts, but Cozy Woman is my favorite. But there's another podcast Shan got with this group of people. Shan put it in the chat. So anyway, they released me. I tried to get some rest, and then I tried to pace myself and getting up the next morning to go to the Women Lawyers annual meeting, which I was a sponsor. So the theme this year was "Come as You Are." It was the 107th annual meeting. We had it at the Italian American Cultural Society in Clinton Township, Michigan, basically Macomb County, which is Trump country. All right, but here's the thing. So when I'm there, I get to my seat, and I missed the keynote speaker. And I was sad about it because I had looked her up prior to, and I really wanted to hear what she had to say. But I had to pace myself, so it was what it was. But here's the thing. They sat her right next to me. And so she's sitting there, and she's like, you missed my speech, but basically gave me the cliff notes. And so I was telling her, I was like, yeah, once my assistant and I saw that you were speaking, we went and looked you up on your website. She was like, oh, you did? She said, I've redone the website since you looked at it. I've revamped it and everything. She had new stuff on her website and everything. Hola, Manny. And she just gave me the cliff notes about finding your joy. She has some health issues too, and that was part of her. I'm not disclosing her health information, but she said that she said this in her speech. So she told it to a room full of people, and that she had a hard time trying to find her joy. And I told her I was in the same place. I'm having a hard time. Not so much trying to find my joy, but casting down my imagination. Like, the health issues that I'm experiencing are making me think about my life being shortened and what does that mean for my kids and my husband and things like that. So it's very difficult to overcome that in your brain when you're a very positive person. Like, I've had 3 kids, I've had natural childbirth. I'm really good, and I have a high tolerance for pain. So I'm really good at controlling my mind to not negatively impact my surroundings, my environment. And I'm having a difficult time. I'm not sure if it's coming with age or it's coming with the fact that I am really concerned about what's to happen with my last child that is only 15, and she's not done cooking. And she got a lot to learn, and she's on the spectrum, and I'm just thinking about all the things I have to teach her and do. Like a couple weeks back, I took her and showed her how to use her card at the I'm about to fucking cry. Bitch, I'm gonna cut this goddamn live off. I swear to God, I will. Let me get my shit together. Hold on. Find it. You find it, bitch. There it is. Okay. So I took her to the credit union, showed her how to use a Navigator ATM, show her how to read it, what to do, how to wait, how to look, how to enter it, and just all the things. Then I was showing her how to when we're driving, I always explain stuff to her, but I'm explaining stuff extra to her, and I'm giving her extra. I'm just doing a lot right now with her. So, and then I gotta show her how, like, if nothing's happened to me, I just gotta overcome this in my head. So I have 2 houses up here, And so if she decides that she wants to stay here, I'm going to give her the little house. And I was thinking, like, I got to show her that if something go wrong with her floors, she going to have to call somebody to fix the floors. If something go wrong with her plumbing, she got to know how to call the plumber. And I got to get air conditioner put over there so she don't have issues with getting the air conditioning unit out in and out the window. So she could just have air conditioning. I need to put brand new siding on. I mean, just a whole bunch of things. It's just going in my brain. Anyway, so that was that. So that's what I'm trying to overcome. So I was trying to, I'm sitting there with her, and it was just, I just had a great time with her. I did. The keynote speaker was, what was her name? Kristen. Her name was Kristen. And she was just dope. So while I was there, they had a panel about DEI. Oh, I wanted to be on that panel so bad. Oh, did I want to be on that panel so bad? Oh my God. I didn't even know. But and I don't think they would have chose me. You have to have me in small doses, and I don't sugarcoat shit. So I said what I said, I meant what I meant. But it was one girl there, and I loved how she spoke anyway. But I was just taking notes. And so one of the things was that stood out to me is on the panel, on the diversity and inclusion panel, it says what the topic was, what does allyship look like? Thank you, Stacey. And so I didn't like one of the panelists' response to something. Now she makes a ton of fucking money, right? Working for this corporation that she says nobody knows about, but it's the largest in the world, not the United States, the world. And she works there, and she is Hispanic, but she's white presenting, right? And so she started talking about not wanting to rock the boat with this administration and not want to be a target and this, and that shit just really did not sit well in my spirit. And so my notes were to myself is that I'm inconvenienced for my lifetime. You can't be inconvenienced for a moment. It just is. I was just crazy. And then the other part was I said, and I'm saying this at my table. I'm not quiet. I'm saying this at my table, so everybody at my table is listening. And I didn't know they were listening, but I'm being boisterous because I'm saying what my response is to her. But it's to myself, but it's at my table, if that makes sense. Okay, so she said something else that just didn't jar right with me. And so I was just like, so Black people have sacrificed their bodies for everybody's civil rights, and you can't sacrifice your platform? Make it make sense. Like, make it make sense. You're inconvenienced for a small period of time. I'm inconvenienced for a lifetime. We're not the same. We don't have the same perspectives. It was just, anyway. And then there was a doctor on the panel. She had a PhD, Black lady. I loved how she said the hard things soft and they landed hard. It was just a good time. And she said something that sat with me. She says, and you have to know and to act. And performative actions need to be checked at the door. So basically it was this. She said, I'm paraphrasing, but basically what she said was, we saw y'all, because this is a room full of white women with a few Hispanics, Asians, and Black folks sprinkled throughout, right? But it's majority. It is 90% Wahite women. Okay. So she said, you guys, during George Floyd, you guys protested, you made initiatives, and you read all the books. And then you did nothing. Basically, that's what she said. Then you did nothing. She said, I'm going to need you to actually do something. And I need you to not do things that are performative. Like you're going to read at a school and you're taking pictures with the kids. And I just read to this school of elementary school kid. or kids, or went to this high school and I read to these kids, or I attended their field day or whatever. Did you tell them that there was an opportunity for them to intern at your law firm? Did you tell them that about scholarships that they could possibly apply for? Did you invite them to be your plus one at an event so they can be exposed to things? What did you do? Like, where are the acts? We know you know. She's like, and we know you know there's an issue, but where are the actual actions and not performative actions? Bitch, I was like, yes, I love it. And then there was this Justice Elizabeth Welch from the Michigan Supreme Court. She says something, why he take woman, smart. And she said, with privilege, I'm paraphrasing because I just wrote in my notes. With your privilege comes an obligation to learn, and others are not obligated to teach you. I know you better say it, Justice. You better say that. Hello? You have your privilege comes with an obligation for you to learn. I said, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. It comes with an obligation to fucking learn. And I'm not your goddamn teacher. Just like I can buy a book and go read and process, so can you. I thought it was dope. All right. And what else did I learn? Everything was dope. And then Shirley Kegler. Shirley Kegler is a Black attorney. She primarily has her practice in estate planning for rich people, and she's at this law firm called Taft. It's a major law firm, and she's been an attorney for 50 years. So she got an award, and they had her on the panel with another judge. My favorite judge out in Macomb County, Judge Jokic. And so they were on the panel together. They both got awards. And so what Shirley said, I wish I would have known in law school. I really do. I really wish I would have known this in law school. What she said was, once you get a job in the legal field, she said, with your first check, you're going to buy you some nice clothes, nice suits. That's what you're going to do with your first check. She said, with that second check, you're going to buy you a housekeeper. Now, I say this all the time, but it was so refreshing to hear somebody else say it. She's like, because you can't do it all. You might think you can, you cannot. And I say that all the time to my kids. You can't have it all. I said it on here. You can't have it all. Something's going to give. Something's going to give. And in my case, it's my motherfucking house. Now, I've hired housekeepers in the past, but y'all know, if you're not new here, you know I done told the story of that dusty ass bitch stealing from me from that housekeeping company. She stole $200 that I had set aside for my mentee for her wedding, and she stole it. And they gonna act like he stole it, and he gonna act like he didn't. So I had to get. So now I don't trust nobody being in my fucking house, and it's to my detriment. My kids got to come this summer, like this spring, and we got to dump my whole house out. Like, we cleaning the whole house from top to bottom, getting rid of everything. I'm just letting it all go. It is what it is. But she was like, yeah, you need to get your housekeeper. That was the first two things as a woman. She says, because you're going to be pulled in so many directions and so many people are going to be wanting things from you, and patriarchy is still real. I'm just paraphrasing what she's saying. She said the patriarchy is still real. So there's some things you're going to need to do. If this is what you want to do, then this is what you're doing. And I say this all the time in my life, but people think I'm saying it and being like, I don't know what, I know they're taking it as negative, right? when in actuality it's the reality of it. If I make $400 an hour, why do you want the person that's making $400 an hour to fold the fucking clothes? I could be making $400 an hour. Do that even make sense? But they look at it when I say stuff like that, like, oh, like, or I don't know, like you think you better than us, like you worth more than us, this and that. No, bitch. I could be doing something else, making money, and somebody who else who don't do what I do should be doing this task. So you taking it as something else, but what you really saying to me is, bitch, fuck you. I don't care how much money you make until I need something from you. Right? I don't like that. The people who are not making this should be over here doing this. It's like you're asking I look at myself like a drafted athlete. Do you want him to come home and clean the house after he done played a Sunday night game? That what you want? You want him to come home and cook a meal for everybody in the house after he done been in practice for 2 weeks straight? Is that what you want? Do you want him to risk being injured doing any of these tasks? Are you saying the gutters need to be clean? Well, we need somebody to come and clean the gutters, not him to get on the ladder. You understand what I'm saying? So think of it like that. When the clothes need to be washed and folded, you might not want to ask the person who has to type to fuck up her carpal tunnel folding clothes and washing clothes, or hurt her back so that she's now out of commission and she can't make no money. That makes sense? I have no problem maintaining a household if I ain't got to work. But I'm not going to work outside the house and then work inside the house. You can kiss the entire crack of my ass. And I mean that with my whole heart and chest. Bitch, I said it. And I mean it. It don't make sense. It just don't. And here's the other part. You can't be upset. Oh, somebody else said that. You can't be upset with the moneymaker when they making money-making decisions. If it's not hurting you, then shut the fuck up. So at any point in time, I'm sitting here and I have worked for months at a time with no break, and I decide, hey, right now I'm finna book me a trip to Toronto. I'm out of here. I don't need anybody looking at me like, why you didn't ask nobody? Bitch, am I supposed to ask somebody? Do you ask the star ball player why he did what he did when he decided to move? He tried to move and make moves. Do you ask him that, or do you just be like, oh, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Does he need a break? You know he do. Or I don't need somebody questioning me and my money, my funds. When like, where you at? Oh, I went to go get me a massage. Oh, you could have took me. Oh, your back hurt? Oh, your sciatica acting up? You needed to go so you can get back in the race and make the money? Was that you or was that me? Which one was it? So that panel, that women lawyers meeting was top tier for me. Top tier for me, honey. I learned so much. And then there was another attorney there. Her name was Sierra Atkins. And I listened to her. I watched her. I was so moved by her, how she moved, how she did things, how she talked. She is the vice president of the Floyd Skinner Bar Association out in Grand Rapids. I didn't write down any of the things she said because it wasn't about what she said, because I wasn't her target audience. She was talking to the Wahite women in the room. What I wrote down was, I want to know her. That's all I wrote down. I want to know her. And my assistant is working on me having a meeting with her, because I want to pick her brain. I want to know how you got to be you. I want to interview her for my upcoming next season of my podcast. She was so dope. I liked how she took everything that everybody was saying, the questions, and she was writing her answers down. And then she had that microphone like this, and she was gonna get what she said out, and you were gonna feel it and know it. I loved it. It was a good time. It was a good time. I had a good time. And then we had the Barristers Ball, and y'all know I'm an introvert. Thank you. And I stayed as long as I could. My social battery was draining. My knee was fucked up. I looked good. My husband looked good. Everybody looked so good. There was an attorney, Tanisha Davis family. Oh my gosh. Google attorney Tanisha Davis. Her mother is so beautiful. Her cousins, her people are just so, they came not to play with y'all. They came not, they was Detroit finest. The theme for the ball was Met Gala, and with a dandy twist. And so people had on their dandy specials. Some people looked like they should have never even attempted to come, but they came anyway. But Tanisha's family showed the fuck out. I cane, glass heels with roses in them. I mean, they did the goddamn thing. Tanisha's dress was pieces here, pieces there, ruffles, little top hat. It was just, I was like, bitch, you did that. Oh my gosh. They were just a good time. And then Robbie, and the girl who planned, I can't think of her name right now, but Robbie is the president of Wolverine Bar Association. He did an excellent job with the organization. And then the girl who planned it, the attorney that planned it, and I don't even know what her name is, but she did an excellent job. It was brand new at the train station. It was just phenomenal. It was just, they did very well. And my cousin Manny Fresh was there. I had no idea. And I left. Right when he got up there, I left. Because I was done. Bye, cousin. I'm out of here. So, we had a good time. We had a real good time. And then we went back to the room and did what I need to do. And got me some rest. And then woke up the next morning, had brunch for bars, where you socialize with people and other people in different bar associations. I had a good time there. Good time at our table, conversing with people and all the things. So it was a real fun-filled weekend. And then after we left brunch for bars, went home, dropped off our stuff, went and saw Sinners. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Jamel. Let me tell you something. If you don't know, I am scary as fuck. That means that something could be falling from the ceiling and I'll be just like this. I'm scary. I'm not a little bit scary. I'm a lot of bit scary. It don't take much to, like, and it's not even funny. Like, people jump out of closets and stuff. They don't do that on me because I could die. So they don't do that because I get... So it took all in me to go see this movie. The reason why I went and saw it is because I watched the video of Ryan Coogler talking about how he shot the film. Like all the different angles, all the different things that he used to shoot the film, and that you had to watch it in a special theater. It's basically the best theater to watch it in is what is called a 70mm IMAX theater or something like that. But we don't have it up here. So the closest I can get was IMAX. And so We went and saw it. If you haven't seen Sinners, you need to take your ass to go see it. Because, baby, it was good. It was, I mean, it'd have made my top 10. It'd have made my top 10. And for those of you who want to know what movies are in my top 10, I'll tell you my number one movie is Tombstone with Val Kilmer, who just passed away recently. I'm your Huckleberry. That is my number. That's my bet. I love a good Western. You say, is it okay for teens? It's a horror flick about vampires. Depending on what age you're teen, I would say 16 and up. There is not really any. There's two sex scenes. Both of them involve, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. They both involve him. Yep. Because he plays twins, so each twin has their own sex scene. But the sex scenes are like this. You said 3 scenes. What's the third scene, Shelly? What's the third scene? The one where he bend her over, and then the other where she's riding him in the. What's the? Oh yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that one where he's practicing his techniques that he just learned. So there's 3. 16 and up. Unless your child is really, really sheltered, then it's 18 and up. And then if they still really sheltered, I don't know what to tell you after that. I don't know what to tell you. But anybody that's telling you that any of the Bible thumpers is telling you it's demonic, they don't know what they're talking about. They just pew riders that been under the tutelage of somebody that don't know what the fuck they talking about. It is what it is. Because my husband went, and that sucker is a thumper. He's an actual preacher. And he didn't get any of that out of that. He looked at it for the cinematography that it was, the story that it was, and the fact that we know our history. I'm from the South. His parents are from the South. And so we know the history of hoodoo, voodoo. And I know about the Irish giving up basically their culture to be white, to be Wahite. Because once upon a time, they were not. It's just what it was. And so we kind of share folklores. There's a book. Maybe I'll come on here one day because I think I might still have it if I didn't give it to Ashley's baby. There's a book that I used to read to my kids that tells all these stories. I wish I would have kept that book. Why did I give that away? Dang. Where it told African folklore and it wove it into folklore from other cultures. So I was aware. It was good. The movie was very good. It's 2 hours long. You need to stay until after the credits roll. So even after the credits start rolling, you still stay. There's another scene. Then after that, the credits start rolling again. You have to stay. There's another scene. Just sit there. You ain't got nowhere to go, bitch. So just sit there and watch. I don't know why people get up and rush to leave. I don't get that. Unless they had to use the bathroom and that was it. But sit down. Right, Kalex. Sit your ass down. The movie was so good. Here's the other part. I didn't think about it till after the fact. I really thought that Michael B. Jordan was 2 different people. Like, I thought he was 2 different. The acting was so fucking good. I mean, I don't know who the Wahite boy was that played the the Irish vampire. But baby, that motherfucker was river dancing. He was singing. He played the banjo. You did that. You did that. And then what's his face? Cornbread. Such good acting. Such good acting. I mean, it was just a good film. And if I wasn't so freaking scary, I would fly to wherever the 70 movie theater is and go see it again. But I did not realize how tight I was holding my husband's thumb until I was about to twist it this way. I'm scary. And he was just like, all right. He's trying his best to make sure his finger don't get bent. Oh my gosh. And then the Asian couple in there, they reminded me of home because the Asian population in the Delta is real. And so growing up with them, and you get that piece of it, it was just really good. And then the Native Americans who were hunting the vampires. You know what I was like? I was thinking maybe that will be explored more in a sequel or something, like the Native Americans and their culture in relationship to tracing, right? I thought that would be. I'm looking forward to that. He did. Ryan Coogler, you did that. You did that, baby. You did an excellent job. Everybody in the movie brought their A game. I loved all of the actors. I don't think anybody did not hold their own. You say, is it scary or suspenseful? It's a horror vampire movie. They don't tell you that shit. I didn't see that it was a vampire. I didn't see that it was a vampire. I was just told it was a horror film and it was scary. But it's about goddamn vampires. And it was good. I ain't gonna even. I was jumping a lot in my seat. I think I jumped about 10, 11 times. Yeah. It was just really, I mean, so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. What else? Okay, so that ended that, and then I haven't been on here in a while. I have won several of my cases. I'm just waiting for checks. And bitch, I'm going to somewhere. I'm going to Costa Rica. I'm going somewhere. I have surgery on the 28th of May, but I'm seeing if I can go somewhere before that. We'll see. Just a little quick trip. And if not, I'm going to go somewhere for 4th of July. I want to see my little cousin after she have her baby. I got a lot of things I want to do. Let's see. You say I love horror movies, and this movie was on the lighter scale. That's what my husband said. Because him and my kids, and him and the kids, they love horror flicks. And so he was just like, this was really light. But for me, it was not. It was not light. I don't do horror. I don't do scary. I do documentaries and reality TV. Occasionally some movies. But I don't do I don't need you to scare me. It's scary now. I'm gonna try to leave out here and it's pitch black out here, and I'm hoping ain't nobody hiding behind the building. That's scary. I experience that every day, and I keep that thing on me. I keep it on me, so I don't need nothing else scary. I'm good. I am so good. So I'm good on scary. You said Lily said she jumped a few times. Baby, I jumped a bunch of times. Them people was tired of me in that place. They really was. And I didn't care. I did not care at all. But yeah, it was good. If you haven't seen Sinners, go see Sinners. It's a great movie. You will enjoy. You will not be disappointed. And the people that got up and walked out, your intention was to go and walk out, because coming from a scary bitch, I should have walked out within 5 minutes. Because within 5 minutes, bitch, I was screaming. So anybody that goes to the movie and then goes to the movie and then walks out, your intention was to walk out the whole time. So I don't want to hear your commentary. I don't want to hear nothing about this. And it's not of God. It's demonic. It's hating on why he take people. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Your intentions were that before you went and saw it. And if you say it's anything but an excellent film, you're a fucking hating, lying ass bitch. You're a fucking hating ass, lying ass bitch. I said what I said. You don't like it, you ain't gonna whoop my ass. It's two things we know in this moment right now. I'm black. And you ain't gonna whoop my ass. How about that? All right. You said, did we chat about the Con Mom documentary on Netflix? No, I need to put up a review of it. Okay. So I watched Con Mom on Netflix. That shit was wild. Jamel. Why the whole time I'm thinking he's going to find out that this is not his mother. I'm like, is the shoe gonna drop and she's not his mom? She was his mama. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was his. All I thought about was my scamming ass mama. Oh my God. Thank you. Baby, when I tell you, they took me through some hills and valleys on that one. Buying him a car that he got to pay for. Buying the wife a car that she has to pay for. And you got the money. She really had the money. Nobody has explained to me, other than them saying a snippet like she got all the money. She got money from her husband. But where was he? Where was the husband? How did she get in those rooms that you have to have billions and millions of dollars? How did she get in those rooms? Let me tell you something. Jamel, let me ask this. Let me not tell you something. Let me ask. This is my daughter say, you are a problematic ally. I am. When he said, when they started the documentary and he said they showed her, I was like, oh, she wanted the people. She wanted the ubiquitous people. That's what I got, right? That's what I got from it. And then, cause y'all ain't got nothing in common. Nothing. And the energies don't look like y'all got nothing in common. So when he said, oh, we eventually started dating each other because we're in proximity to each other, I was like, nah, she just wanted a baby. She just wanted a baby. And she's okay with having a mixed baby. Because they look at those as something to, I don't know what the fuck they be doing with that. But they be doing it. And then when it all came out at the end that she left him and don't let him see the baby, I said, well, was I not right? Was I not right? I know I can be problematic in my thinking. Jamel, was that not a, let me ask this, was I not right? Is that not a good take on that? Am I off by that? Like, am I really off? Or is that something that you can see too? Now you look back at it. That's how I looked at it. Like, she wanted her a baby. She's her way to get it. And she found a way out. She moved back to her whole country, and he don't even get to see his child. That didn't make sense to me with him. You got all these you are a world-renowned chef. You got all these famous friends. You mean to tell me you can't find no money for a plane ticket to go see your child? None? No. It's giving lavender. I'm just saying. That's what I got from it. That's what I got from it. But it was a good documentary. I encourage you to go watch it. Con Mum. CONMUM. It's on Netflix. It was just, but girl, how you so dumb that you signed something that obligated you to pay for a gift? Bitch, I wish I would pay for a gift. I wish I would pay for a gift. I'm not paying you for no goddamn gift, bitch. Is it a gift or no? Cause what I got to do with it? The hell? I don't know. It was a good documentary. And I watched another one. Which the other one I watched? I can't think of it. But I watched it. Good times. Good times. So, if you have not subscribed to my podcast on all platforms, it's gonna be the last episode for this season on my podcast. So subscribe to it. So if you got into this live late and you like, what happened? What did I miss? I put the lives on my podcast. So you can catch them over there. Yeah. And then we ain't talked about Shannon Sharpe. Let's go. 5 minutes on this bitch. I'm on your ass, my boy. Not Sebastian JC. I said, let's not. I love it. Here's what I know to be true. It's what I'm experiencing in my own office. Many of you know that I run my own law office. I have a clientele. It is what it is. I say all the time that the majority of my clients do not look like me, right? Because I cannot depend on my own community to support this business to be viable. So the majority of my clients don't look like me. With that being said, what tends to happen is that we as a Black Americans have to overcome a whole lot of years of mental abuse and programming. And it's the same amount of time it took to get here is going to be the same amount of time plus to unwind it. So let's keep all that in mind. So I look at it from a lawyer's perspective. In this case with Shannon Sharpe, he thought that going to get a Waihite lawyer was in his best interest, right? And then that same lawyer that you pay millions of dollars to comes out and cause you to lose your job. Because where the fuck is your lawyer putting out a statement talking about we offered her $10 million to settle? Why would we need to know that? I would have ran this bitch in the ground. She would have been everything but a child of God. If you're my client, she would have been everything but a child of God. All the tabloids would have been painting her as a scheming ass, skanking ass, dusty ass, snow bunny ass bitch that was on the come up. That's what I would have done for my client. I do it all the time. We're going to figure out how to make this favorable to you because I represent you. That's why people say lawyers are this and this and that. We're sharks. Blah, blah, blah. I have to represent my client. Your attorney put out a whole fucking diatribe about what y'all did behind the scenes with this bitch. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Because why are you telling the world that you offered her $10 million to settle this out of court? What? Why are you letting the world know that you are not only not bright, that you just happen to be lucky, bitch? You happen to be lucky. God takes care of fools and babies. You a fucking fool. So fools and people with talent get money all the time. And they fools too. Foolish people with talent get money all the time. You're one of them. Not very bright. Fools get put into positions of power all the time. Not very bright. I don't give a fuck if you make tens of millions of dollars. That don't mean shit to me. Because a fool and his money are what? Soon departed. You don't make good decisions. And everybody got their think pieces about, oh, he's doing all this because he really wants a man and this and that. That is not a conversation for me. I don't know that man like that. I don't. What I do know is this. We've already seen this playbook. Why don't you read it? You good at reading playbooks because that's what you did, right? So we've already seen this playbook. Why don't you read it? Here's what I want you to know. If you don't take nothing away from this live talking about this Shannon Sharpe shit, I want you to know this. Because it's been so many. I'm going viral over on Instagram because TikTok suppresses my shit. But over there on IG, my post about this shit is going fucking viral, bitch. Slowly but surely. And in them comments is some ignorant ass people. Here's what I want you to know this. Know this and repeat it as much as you can. What the fuck does a 56-year-old man have in common with a teenager? This girl was 19 when you met her in the gym. You might have been 54. It don't matter to me, bitch. What the fuck does a 54-year-old man have in common with a 19-year-old? Tell me, what does a all-pro baller have in common with a girl who was just worried about the SATs the year before? What? You wanted somebody you could manipulate. You wanted somebody you could groom. You wanted somebody that you can control. What you didn't know, she was a fucking plant. Because you're an idiot. They know what you like. They know what you'll go after. And they planted her ass in the gym. Why the fuck is she recording conversations out the gate? Huh? I've dated people with money. Never once in my brain did I think, I'm about to scam him, this, that, and I'm going to start recording the conversations and blah, blah, blah. That wasn't my journey. I'm going to get as much money out of you as I can while I'm in this relationship with you. And then when I'm done with you, I'll be done with you. I don't have no ulterior motive. This bitch had an ulterior motive. And whoever schooled her, kudos to you, bitch. Kudos to you. You found a fool. And then did you hear him talking to her on the phone? I need them to bring back the R word so I can use it. I need the R word so I can use it. It applies in certain situations. It means that you're studied in your growth. You talking to her and she's sounding like she is 13, sitting on the carpet with her legs crossed, playing with her cat. Well, I guess if you're gonna. In no way, shape, or form does this look well for you at all. And this ain't your first time at the rodeo. What about Bundy? What's her name? Michelle Bundy. Go Google her. What's wrong with you? And she looked like she got supervised at a tire store. This girl looked like she a cashier at Petco. I'll give it to her. Service manager at night, third shift manager at Taco Bell. I'll give her that. But you got a lot of nerve. Satan help, self-hating ass motherfucker. Just crazy. Just you up here interviewing people talking about I don't get married now. I'm gonna get married now. Yeah, because then I'm gonna take half of what you got. But you voluntarily give a girl who was just talking about the SATs the year before $10 million. But your wife, you got a problem with giving her something. She invested in you, slept with you, washed your dirty ass. You got a problem with giving her something. But some bitch who was in the gym, who you can't tell her from the back, you willingly ready to give her $10 million. That's another. What is fools? Yeah, the lie. What is going on? I ain't gonna get no money. I ain't gonna get nobody my money now. I got it. There's just a bunch of gold niggas out here. Gold niggas out here. What? Somebody was in my comments, and then it prompted a conversation with my bestie the other day. They were like, because black women don't do this and this and that. I was like, who are y'all dating? I know on one hand, I count on one hand, just off the top of my head, how many black women that are freaky than a bitch out here. Whatever you down to do, they down to do it. You want to choke somebody till they see the light carrying? They down. Just say you don't like yourself. Just say that. Don't say y'all ain't out here doing y'all don't call us ugly because we see what you went and got. Gabby, Petco, Michelle Bundy, looking like Al Bundy. We see what you went and got. So is it that you wanted to fuck a white man because that's what they look like? This how you stick it to him? Is this how you stick it to the man? By sticking it to him? Just crazy. They need to be studied. Black men who get in positions of power and prestige and wealth, who do these self-sabotaging, self-hating things, need to be fucking studied. I need to know what type of grant we need to have in order for you to be studied. In order for you to be studied, I need to know, because I need to study this because it's not making sense to me. Now, I have a father whose wife is Wahite. I love her to life. But she put up with him. What's wrong with you? It can't be that good. It just can't. It can't be that good. It just can't. Just a lot. So that was the Shannon Sharpe. What else was there we missed? What's up? Work to do. I've been working. Working. Health crazy. Winning cases. Ew. Yeah. So what else we didn't cover? Because I'm finna get off here. I gotta pick up my kid. She had a track meet. You said, can you advise if Shador has a case on the phone number leak? If he has a case, I don't know what you, first off, I don't give advice. For free. You got to do a consultation for that. As far as Shador and what happened to him, sad. Took that boy's shining moment away. Although I don't care for the slave games, took that boy's shining moment away. And I think that the dad should have been fired. He was not. They give him suspension. He got to do some community service or something. Had he been a black man, he would have been fired. It is what it is. That's our lives. So if we're going to call the thing a thing, let's call it a thing. And I don't need nobody in the comments telling me, it's all about race. It's going to always be about race until y'all give us some fucking money. I said what I said. Let's see. You're right. These men don't have a good self-image. They don't. They just don't. Yeah. So, with that being said, I've enjoyed myself. This was a good time. Did I cover everything? We up to speed on stuff? What else did I cover? Good seeing you, Troy. Is it Treese? I want to say Trice. I already covered Sinners. If you missed the full live, I loaded up on my podcast, Hood Rats of Harvest, so it'll be loaded up next week. So you can catch the whole thing. We discussed what I learned in my class, my meetings I had the weekend. We discussed Sinners. We discussed Shannon Sharpe ass. What else we discussed? We discussed Con Mom on Netflix. So he said, don't let the worrying whoop you. I'm not. I'm not going to let it whoop me. Did I watch the new 45-47 interview? No, I don't watch anything pertaining to him other than my retirement account get depleted. What else? You know, I lost all my retirement account under Bush the son when they went to war. And here I am trying to build it again. And now I'm losing it to 45-47. And we ain't even in no war. I guess we're in a tariff war. Trash. Stacy. I worked my ass off to put money over there. I was doing really well with my investments. Elections have consequences. You can't vote on single issues. You just can't. You can't be a single issue voter. And that's what a lot of people that are not black women are. We have to vote for the community as a whole, and we're the only ones that do that. We're not a monolith, but we do some monolithic shit when it comes to politics. You cannot be a one issue voter. And on that note, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And thank you for all of the likes. Thank you for being in here with me. You could have been anywhere else, and you chose to be with this old big-eyed, beautiful, intelligent mother and wife and preacher's wife that likes intelligent mother and wife and preacher's wife that likes some kids. Enjoy the rest of your day.